In 1999, a contingent of Pakistani soldiers breached the Indian border, prompting Indian forces to retaliate by engaging in defensive actions, including firing. This incursion marked the beginning of the historic Kargil War. On May 3, 1999, in the remote region of Batalik, a shepherd named Tashi Namgyal embarked on a search for his missing yak. During his search, he encountered a group of armed men whom he suspected to be from across the border. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Namgyal promptly alerted nearby Indian soldiers. Upon investigation, it was confirmed that these individuals were indeed Pakistani soldiers who had crossed the line of control (LOC) and infiltrated into Indian territory with a specific mission or objective in mind. This incident served as a crucial early warning sign of the escalating tensions that would soon erupt into the Kargil War. The soldiers ascertained that the intruders had breached from the Mushko, Dras, and Kaksar sectors. They captured over 130 posts. Their primary aim was to sabotage the nearby National Highway 1A so that the connections between Kashmir and Ladakh will be cut off. For this operation, they codenamed it Operation Badr. This incident flagrantly violated the Simla Agreement of July 2, 1972, which was signed by then Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, and Pakistani President Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. The primary purpose of this agreement was to refrain from crossing the line of control (LOC) from either side, and in the event of any issues, both parties were mandated to engage in proper discussions and decision-making processes. However, this agreement was blatantly disregarded during the Kargil conflict. A few months prior to this incident, in February 1999, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee embarked on a historic bus journey to Lahore, where he signed a treaty with Nawaz Sharif aimed at fostering peace between India and Pakistan. This landmark event was heralded as a significant step towards improving relations between the two nations. However, tragically, merely 3 months later, Pakistan's army breached into Indian territory, shattering hopes for sustained peace between the neighboring countries. In response to the incursion by Pakistan's army, India initiated Operation Vijay and swiftly mobilized thousands of soldiers to the Kargil sector. Under the leadership of the Chief of the Indian Army, General V.P. Malik, Indian forces launched a determined counter-offensive to repel the Pakistani intrusion. On May 26, 1999, under the banner of Operation Saif-e-Sagar, the mission to expel the Pakistani army from the country commenced. The objective was to penetrate the line of control (LOC) and target several sectors in Pakistan with bombing raids. Chief Anil Yashwant Tipnis revealed that Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee initially hesitated to authorize crossing the LOC for several days. From a neutral standpoint, an assessment of this conflict reveals actions taken by both India and Pakistan that can be evaluated in terms of right and wrong. Pakistan's initial breach of the LOC constituted a violation of established rules. However, India's subsequent crossing of the LOC was justified as an act of self-defense with the sole objective of expelling the Pakistani army from its territory. The international community, including the European Union, ASEAN and G8 countries, rallied behind India, exerting pressure on Pakistan to withdraw its forces. The consensus among global observers was that India's actions were justified, while Pakistan made mistakes that escalated the situation. Pakistan's army had positioned its sectors in regions located above the Himalayas, which are characterized by higher altitudes. The strategic positioning of Pakistani army sectors at higher altitudes conferred operational advantages, making them easier to navigate and control. Additionally, Pakistani forces targeted Indian posts located in regions with heavy snowfall, presenting significant challenges for Indian soldiers engaged in combat operations. The capture of Tololing marked a pivotal turning point in the war, standing at an imposing altitude of 16,000 feet. Temperature ranged from -5 to -11 degrees centigrade. Facing relentless blanket firing from the enemy, the soldiers devised a strategic plan to launch their attack under the cover of darkness, leveraging the camouflage provided by the snow. The soldiers, under the leadership of Captain Ajit Singh, faced a critical decision amidst the challenging circumstances of the battlefield. Every gram of weight they carried imposed an additional burden. Faced with the dilemma of choosing between essential supplies, they were forced to prioritize between a 2 kilograms food pack and 100 bullets. Captain Ajit Singh opted to carry weapons, demonstrating the paramount importance of firepower in their perilous situation. Remarkably, he later disclosed that he survived for 3 days solely on cigarette packets, highlighting the extreme conditions they endured during their mission. Ascending from the base to the peak, situated at an altitude of 16,000 feet, would require a minimum of 11 hours for a fit and acclimatized soldier. Leading a company, Major Rajesh Adhikari spearheaded the ascent. As they neared the summit, their group came under enemy fire. Tragically, Major Rajesh Adhikari and 2 other soldiers lost their lives in the ensuing firefight, underscoring the perilous nature of the mission. Their group regrouped and divided into 3 smaller units, seeking cover behind large rocks as they awaited an opportunity to retaliate. Colonel M.B. Ravindranath, recognizing the urgency of the situation, selected 90 soldiers to reinforce their comrades. Notably, heavy ammunition was transported up the slopes beneath Tololing, with even non-combatants like washermen, cobblers and barbers of the battalion shouldering the burden. In this unforgiving battlefield, it took 4 individuals to support the needs of just 1 soldier. By 8 p.m. on June 12th, the Rajputana Rifles assault team was ready behind big boulders, just 300 m short of their target. For 4 relentless hours, intense firing ensued, earning the location the grim moniker of Barbad Bunker. Colonel Ravindranath's group was strategically divided into 3 units, named Arjun, Bhim and Abhimanyu. The first group launched a frontal assault, while the second group attacked from the flanks. Simultaneously, the third group provided covering fire, ensuring a coordinated and effective approach to overcome the enemy stronghold. Major Vivek Gupta's group launched a decisive attack from the rear, contributing significantly to the capture of Tololing. Tragically, Major Vivek Gupta, along with 6 other brave soldiers, made the ultimate sacrifice in the heat of battle. However, their valor and sacrifice were not in vain, as their efforts played a crucial role in securing victory on the strategic peak. Approximately 1.6 kilometers away from Tololing lay Point 5140, standing at a towering altitude of 17,000 feet, making it the highest peak in the vicinity. The stretch of terrain between Tololing and Point 5140 encompassed 10 peaks, collectively known as the Hump Complex. Remarkably, Indian soldiers swiftly and decisively captured these peaks, further solidifying their strategic position in the region. The soldiers, under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Yogesh Kumar Joshi, successfully reached the base known as Rock Knob. He divided his group into 2 units, each approaching from different directions. One unit was led by Lieutenant Sanjeev Singh Jamwal, while the other was under the command of Captain Vikram Batra, whose code name was Shershah. The lieutenants decided on distinctive success signals to signify their achievements. Jamwal chose, "Oh yeah," while Batra opted for, "Ye dil mang more." The 2 groups started to climb the mountain on June 20th. The 2 groups successfully reached the summit of the mountain without resorting to violence or causing any fatalities. The 2 groups triumphantly achieved their mission objectives and signaled their success using their predetermined signals. With these accomplishments, India achieved significant success as they were able to secure vital documents pertaining to Pakistan. Additionally, another pivotal mission was the capture of Tiger Hill. To achieve success, the soldiers faced the daunting challenge of scaling a towering wall standing at 1,000 feet. Between July 3rd and 4th, a daring mission was undertaken by over 22 soldiers, including the brave Yogendra Singh Yadav. He was just 19 years old. Midway through their journey, the enemy forces detected their presence and initiated an onslaught, firing machine guns and rockets at the soldiers. The commanding officer and 2 other soldiers met their heroic demise during the intense battle. Amidst the intense battle, Yogendra Singh displayed extraordinary courage and resilience. Despite being hit by 3 bullets while only 40 feet away from the summit, he pressed on, reaching the top and eliminating 4 enemy combatants with sheer determination. Inspired by his bravery, the other group members rallied and ascended to the peak, ultimately securing Tiger Hill for India. Yogendra Singh was promptly evacuated to a nearby hospital and successfully recovered from his injuries. Similarly, other strategic peaks, including Point 4875, assigned to Vikram Batra, were also captured by Indian soldiers. Tragically, on July 9, 1999, Vikram Batra sacrificed his life while bravely rescuing a fellow soldier. With the capture of these peaks, victory in the Kargil War was declared, and on July 26th, the Indian Prime Minister proudly announced the triumph. In the aftermath of the war, a shocking revelation emerged that the entire Kargil conflict was orchestrated by Nawaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of Pakistan. His government was subsequently dismissed, and Nawaz Sharif faced legal consequences, including a death sentence later overturned by the Lahore court. In recognition of their valor, the Indian government awarded the Paramvir Chakra to 4 exemplary soldiers: Captain Vikram Batra, Sanjay Kumar, Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav, and Captain Manoj Pandey. However, the toll of the war was heavy, with approximately 527 soldiers losing their lives and 1,300 sustaining injuries. These losses continue to weigh heavily on both nations, underscoring the importance of striving for peace and preventing conflicts like the Kargil War. Let us endeavor to foster harmony and cease the recurrence of such tragic events, promoting peace and stability in the region. If you find this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe.